Over the last few weeks, there's been social media campaigns about mostly people in the diaspora losing their real estate, usually houses and lands, to their caretakers. And this has taken a lot of the people in the diaspora by surprise. This has come about because of a social media video that was circulated a couple of months ago. And over the last few days, the Lands Commission has also explained that yes, there is a possibility for someone to lose their land or property if there is possession by someone for 12 years. This has caused a lot of consternation in our community. And our program today is to try and address some of the issues to ensure that the community is able to decide exactly what it is that their properties will look like and who will look over the property. The first caution that I give everyone is that if you have a bare land in Ghana, it's always advisable to develop it, or at least put structure on it, or put plants and crops on it. It's also advisable that whoever is taking care of the bare land, you introduce him to the neighbors to ensure that the neighbors are still aware that you retain ownership of the property. The most recurring issue is uncompleted buildings with caretakers in it. And this is what affects a lot of the people in the diaspora. Again, if somebody is looking after your property, be it an uncompleted building or a completed building, please ensure that the directive or directions for him to go and look after the property is ideally in writing, so that there will be no future confusion as to how the person came to live in the property. Ensure that the neighbors are also aware that the caretaker lives there. Also ensure that you or a family member or a trusted person visits the property regularly. It might be annually, it might be 6 monthly, but whatever it is, please ensure that either you or a trusted person visits the property regularly to ensure that you know what is going on with your property, especially if it's bare land or uncompleted building. The law in Ghana does not differentiate between bare land, completed and uncompleted property. And that is why, although I've differentiated between bare land, completed and uncompleted property, it is always the case that if the person exerts adverse possession on the land for 12 years, then the person may be able to claim ownership against the owner of the property, because his possessory right can override your beneficial interest in the property because of the limitation laws in Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, my advice today is that once you've purchased a land, put structures on it, identify it as yours, put pillars on it, put markers on it, put plants on it, put crops on it. If you're lucky enough to put up a structure and you want somebody to look after the structure, ensure that the person is introduced to the neighbor as your caretaker, and ensure that you visit the property regularly. If this is done and you've got written records of this, then you save yourself the trouble of going to court in future to evict the person legally, or for the person to contest your ownership in court. Because land litigation in Ghana can be costly and it can drag on for years and years and years. Thank you very much.